Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of Gentlemen's Club Whisky. It's your Tokyo Godfather here, the Pontiff of Japanese Whiskey, Mr. Mark Antimate. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit about another American bourbon before getting ahead on with the review of it. This one right here, Eagle Rare, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I do have a story to tell about this before I even get on to its history. I was inside of a whiskey shop here in Tokyo, Japan called Tanakaya. It is located near Meijiro Station on the Yamanote line, which is a loop line that goes around central Tokyo. It stops at all the major stops, and this liquor store is a liquor shop that specializes in international liquors, meaning that since this is intra-Japan, there are no Japanese whiskeys or Japanese products within this store. It is only products that are coming from or sourced from outside of Japan. So anywhere from the Caribbean to the United States to Mexico, Scotland, all over the EU, just absolutely everywhere else with the exception of Japan. So there's a whole lot of bourbons there. If I wanted to get something that's rare for me being in Japan, as in an American whiskey or a bourbon, I would go shopping at Tanakaya. I found this one there, the Eagle Rare. It was a recommendation to me by my whiskey comrades over there on Clubhouse. They recommended, I told them that I want to be as well versed in American whiskey and bourbon as I am in Scotch and Japanese whiskey. And I told them my palate, what I like the most, that I like sweet things. And, I told them the profiles and the flavor notes that I like. And so they stirred me in the right direction to pick up things that might interest me, and this was one of them. This was kind of like in the top 5 recommendations. I believe they recommended Buffalo Trace as well. They said this is similar to that, but for me, they said this is a lot better. When I went inside of Tanakaya, I found this whiskey sitting on the bottom shelf. It's something that I had to get down on my hands and knees to grab from the very most bottomest shelf. And when I got down there, I noticed that the Eagle Rares inside the back seemed to be taller than the ones that were in the front. And I looked at the shelf or the counter that it was sitting on, and I said, there's no extra leveling inside the back of the shelf, so why are these ones in the back bigger? So I went ahead and I reached all the way inside the back and I pulled this one out. And I saw that this was 750 milliliters, as the ones that they had sitting inside the front of the shelf were only 700 milliliters. So I assumed that that was the Japan size, and this was the American size that they had so-called hidden in the back, that they didn't think anybody would get all the way down there to find this. And they were selling it for the exact same price as the Japanese one. So I said, I might as well pay the same amount of money and get 50 milliliters more. So, I grabbed this one from the back. Very happy I found it, but that's my story about my purchase out of the liquor store. Really quickly, we're going to get on to the history of this one, and I will try to be quite quick about this. All right, here we go. It says, Eagle Rare was originally a 101 proof 10-year-old, not single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from Seagram, created by master distiller Charles L. Beam, introduced in 1975. Eagle Rare was among the last new bourbon brands introduced prior to the current era of small batch bourbons. Eagle Rare has been distilled, bottled, and or marketed by a number of companies, including the Old Prentice Distillery of Frankfort, Kentucky. The Sazerac Company, an American family-owned producer and importer based in New Orleans, Louisiana, and the parent company of 5 distilleries, acquired Eagle Rare from Seagram in March 1989. Sazerac's Kentucky distillery was then known as the George T. Stagg Distillery. Today, the distillery is known as the Buffalo Trace Distillery. The original 101 proof 10-year-old non-single barrel bourbon has been discontinued as of March 2005. What is mine at? Mine is 45% alcohol by volume, which means that this is 90 proof is what that is. All right. Now, over here on the Eagle Rare website, looking at the Eagle Rare 10-year, what mine is, it says, Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is masterfully crafted and carefully aged for no less than 10 years. The rareness of this great breed of bourbon is evident in its complex aroma, as well as the smooth and lingering taste. Eagle Rare is a bourbon that lives up to its name with its lofty, distinctive taste experience. Now, these are their tasting notes that I'm getting ready to read, and I'll make my own individual video in which I give the review of the Eagle Rare as according to my notes. They say, on the nose, it's complex aromas of toffee, hints of orange peel, herbs, honey, leather, and oak. The taste is bold, dry, oaky flavors with notes of candied almonds and very rich cocoa. Finish, dry and lingering. All right. And then there's a quote down here. It says, easily one of the most tactile yet assertive and expressive bourbons I've tasted in the last 2 years. Fasten your seatbelts. All right. Paul Pacult, The Spirit Journal. There is something else that I've seen inside of here. It says, reach higher. The only bourbon to ever win the double gold medal 5 times. So it is very well awarded, and I'm highly looking forward to trying this. So just a quick history about this one. That's all that I'm going to share inside of this video. Stay tuned for the next one where I just purely do the tasting test and not blend these two together. All right, gentlemen, I thank you all for watching. Salute to you wherever you may be out inside the world. Make sure that you guys drink responsibly. And as always, you guys know what to do. Keep it classy.